Well, hey there, welcome to today's video where we're going to install the Warn Spydura synthetic winch line in this Warn Xeon 12S winch. So, before I get all wrapped up, let's get this thing on the winch. After traveling the better part of last year out of a full-size diesel, I decided to take on the challenge of building my own ultimate adventure vehicle. A rig I can live comfortably out of full-time, hit some sweet jumps, and crawl big rocks. Brought to you in part by Warn Industries, Icon Vehicle Dynamics, Hellwig Products, Nitto Tire, Max Trax, Magnaflow, Dometic, Nichols Autofab, Pack Racks, Nitro Gear and Axle, Maxoak, 6-7 Designs, and coming soon, a home on wheels to make it the first ever Mars expedition vehicle. Well, thanks for coming back for another episode. Like I said, this build series is very different. I installed some of the parts and I also had help with a lot of them. This episode, though, is just about installing the Warn Spydura winch line into a new Warn winch. Kind of a how-to to help anybody out there who might be doing this install. Stay tuned for future episodes, though, where we get all the good parts on this truck and send her for liftoff. Alrighty, well, first off, we got the new Warn Elite bumper with the Warn Xeon 12S winch. We got the Warn Epic Fair Lead, which was a nice upgrade, as well as the Warn Epic Sidewinder. Both of these are in gunmetal. I wanted to make it a separate video because I know some of you might just be replacing the winch line, and you might not be installing the winch, because these things last forever. So once they're in your vehicle, you're gonna pretty much have it in there forever. Right? You're gonna be here forever with me. Are you okay with that? We're gonna go through some crazy times. It might get stressful, but I know in the end, you'll be able to handle it. So we've already tested the winch, make sure it works, yada yada, but we gotta make sure the first thing we do is disconnect the negative cable from the battery so we don't get our hand caught up in there or in any worst case scenario. So let's do that before we do anything. Ooh, nice new intake. All right, let's get that negative cable off. Next thing, you're going to want to slide the abrasion sleeve dealy bob on this end. This is the soft end that you're going to put through the winch, and we want to get that sleeve on there before this goes through the winch. And now we will wrap our wire around this end to help us get through the winch. So we want to make sure the winch is positioned like this. This is going to be the end slot. So we're going to put the rope through the fair lead underneath the drum and up and around and straight through into this. And we're going to pull the wire with pliers, wrap it around the pliers, and start to really pull that rope through. Then we'll insert this little eyelet into the middle of this rope here so that it can't pull back through the drum, and we'll be done, and we'll winch the rest of the line in there. Easy peasy, a lemon squeezy, you know what I mean? Let's do it. Alright, get it back there. Okay, so I've got the wire in there, and I'm just about to push it through. I have most access to the back of the winch here, where you can't really see it, but I got my hands on the wire there, pushing it. All right, there it is. There we are. All right. Now we can put the eyelet in there. There it is. All right, now that we got the key fully lodged in there, we'll hook our winch back up and reel that line in. Okay, so this is really cool what Warren does. That red part of that rope should never come out of the drum. This is, once it gets to the gray, that's the most that this should ever come out of the drum. You want all that line on the drum when you're winching. So I love that Warren does this for safety. Alrighty, we got our line all the way in, angle dangling. Let's put that Warren Epic Sidewinder shackle right on there, you know what I'm saying? So we just popped that little E-clip using these little handy dandy pliers that are meant just for that. I had these in the toolbox, so glad I had you there. There you will rest for probably years to come. So now we can slide this pin out and put that steely bob in. Hopefully this goes in as easy as it came out. So the Warren winch usually comes with this classic fair lead and just a regular old hook. And as much as I do love this little classic Warren tag, this shackle is going to be a lot cleaner and just a nice closed system versus a hook, and a lot better for soft shackles. Boom, that's it. Now we just put our handy dandy little clip skis back in. Clip skis. I'm ready to test the new Warren Sidewinder to go get pizza. Super stoked to get this install done. All right, well, let's go get this thing stuck, but for now, we're gonna go get pizza. Comment below, let me know what you think of this setup. Check some links. I'll leave all the links where you can grab all this stuff. I love it. This is a very cool first edition of the Jeep. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss this awesome build. Only question is, are you down to mob with a Warren winch? She's a mob!